hate to be that guy, but Deshaun Watson might be better than Patrick Mahomes. Let me tell you why.
Rolling out. Jackson stops on a dime. Slides past Van Noy. And is out of bounds. At about the 5-yard line. Man, that's a video game right there.
Let's get into why I think that. So, with Patty Mahomes being out, to me personally, Deshaun Watson is the most talented quarterback in the league right now. And I say he's better than Patrick Mahomes because we've never seen Patrick Mahomes have to do it without superior talent. Now, he went without Tyreek Hill for the first 2-3 weeks because he was hurt. And he did very well. But Deshaun Watson has no offensive line like that. Now, you can argue with that he has D-Hop, so it kind of evens itself out. But Deshaun Watson, up until recently, had no offensive line. Now, they've held serve the last couple of weeks, but it just, from an aesthetic, Deshaun Watson just looks like he just plays so higher than his team. Like, it is crazy how well he's played. I'm showing you all the highlights, and this dude's just making miracles, just making lemons out of lemonade, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Let's get into the numbers. 20 for 28, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns, 26-3 win. Just made magic. The line held up well, along with the running game, and that's been a really big sign because running game based off offensive line playing well, running game played well. Ever since they got Carlos Hyde, I think they've had Carlos Hyde the whole season. He's been playing well. Carlos Hyde came in big with the rushing attack. 19 attempts for 160 yards, which made it a lot easier for Deshaun Watson to do his Deshaun Watson things, Great passes. Thought he was down, dumping it. And honestly, to be honest, it really wasn't an exciting game. But to watching Deshaun play quarterback made the game a lot more exciting. So it was in London. So it was really early. I was at work listening to it. And you could just tell by the broadcast and just the way they did it that the first half, the whole game it was never in doubt. The game was never in doubt. Houston always had the game. And they ended up coming through with the win. And Deshaun played really well. Now, I might be glorifying it, but Deshaun played really well. So we get into Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett was 4 for 5 for 59 yards and didn't finish the game. He has a knee injury that I'm showing you guys right now. He had a knee injury, and you can see it was friendly fire. His offensive lineman, I think that's his offensive lineman, fell up on the back of his leg, and he was never able to return. So the more details, I'm sure that will be in my stuff video. I'm sure I'll do an injury report update on that if I don't get any more information while I'm editing. If I get more information on Jacoby Brissett while editing, I'll let you know. And that's a tough blow for Colts fans because they just had Andrew Luck retire, and now their heir apparent is also hurt. So it's been a tough couple of years for Colts fans. Bucks, Seahawks. Right here I have it written down, Big 12 NFL. No defense played. And now defense was played towards the end. There were some big defensive plays towards the end, but from the time it was Bucks up 21 and Russell Wilson 7, it was all Big 12. Big 12 of NFL football. And if y'all know anything about the Big 12, if you don't watch college football, it's the same division that Kyler Murray plays in. That Kyler Murray played in, where they just throw the ball over the yard. None of the teams in the Big 12 play defense. So just big catches everywhere, just huge yards for the receivers. Tyler Lockett had 2 touchdowns, 152. DK Metcalf had 6 receptions, 123 yard touchdown. Mike Evans had 12 receptions, 180 yards, touchdown. Just huge numbers, right? It was a fun game to watch. It was a fun game to watch, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, as an offensive guy, well, I want to watch offense, but I rather play defense. As watching this game was super fun to watch. Russell Wilson is such a gamer. It's crazy how much of a gamer this man is. Like, he down 21-7, didn't even break a sweat, just ducking people. Boom. Like, if I want to be honest, I think he's probably my MVP just because he's been steady all year. No ebbs and flows or nothing. So, Russell Wilson's numbers, 29 for 43, 378, 5 touchdowns. No picks. Jameis's numbers, 29 for 44, 335, 2 touchdowns. But he had a fumble loss. I saw that. He had a fumble loss. It was real critical, and it set the Seahawks up to score. The Seahawks came back blazing. Like I told you, it was 21-7. The Seahawks came back blazing and ended up winning in overtime. So, really good game. Ended up winning in overtime. And 40-34 was the score. This was probably like watching it. This might have been the best game of the weekend for us. Like, just from a completely aesthetic point of view, right? So, let's get into the new guy on the block. I've covered him up and down all year because the Redskins don't know what the hell they're doing. Just nowhere. I just wish Dwayne Haskins was in a better position than what he is in now. Dwayne Haskins had a good run. AP had a return performance. Adrian Peterson, he rushed for 18 yards, 18 attempts for 108 yards. He had a really good game, which helped his rookie quarterback in turn, but not as well as you thought he would play. 15 for 22, 144 yards. They ended up losing 9-24. You can just tell that Dwayne Haskins was not prepared to play. Like, he still wasn't prepared to play, even with being named a starter on like Tuesday. Like, he looked like a rookie. He made some good plays. He ran a lot. He reminded me of Super Young Vic. That one, he not there, I'm gone. I'm running. He made a good pass on the sideline though. So there's potential there. But Dwayne Haskins is going to be subject to his organization. It's kind of like the Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield brought on himself. Haskins is going to be suffer to his organization, and I fear that the Redskins might ruin him before he can even get his feet off the ground. So I fear that. With him, but hopefully I'm wrong. So one of the better games have been, I just love these games, but this game was probably more satisfying than any other game because my guy Lamar came back. Game started off great. I'm not even going to tell you all the numbers yet. The game started off great. They raced out to a 7-0 lead. You think they're finna bash the Patriots' head in, and then a muff fumble or muff kick recovered by the Patriots. They go in and score. Ingram fumbles the ball again. Well, he fumbles the ball. They score off that, and it's 10. And then they kick a field goal. So it's 13-17 going into the half. So you're thinking, who gets the ball in halftime? Who gets the ball coming out? The Patriots get the ball back. They stop them. Ravens go down and score. Lamar has big plays down the field. Later on in the game, he converted a huge fourth down that essentially sealed the game for him to score. And he grew up a lot in this game. Like, Lamar Jackson is just steady climbing. Like, if he can become more comfortable in the pocket, and he's comfortable in the pocket now, but if he can become more comfortable in the pocket, that's going to help him more and more develop as a passer. and he's developing more as a passer. He ran today too. He ran 16 attempts, 61 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. But he also had 17 for 23 passing, 163 yards, and a touchdown. It's working for them. They play smash mouth football. They wanted to come out and hit the Patriots in the mouth. They hit him in the mouth, and the Patriots couldn't respond. So let's get into Dallas in Monday Night Football. Hey, what's going on, y'all? We got Arizona Cardinals. They played Monday night. So y'all know how I do it. I'll do the Monday night game, Thursday night, and then we'll get into all the Sunday games. So I really watched the second half. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts for the second half. Because the first half really wasn't much. They was really kind of filling each other out. Well, the first half ended up getting really good. So the Cardinals were down for most of the Cardinals ended up losing. So the Cardinals were down for most of the game, and then they end up making a run at the end of the game to get it to within 3. And his defense failed them. Some questionable coaching decisions, like Cliff Kingsbury. Why would you basically give the game up for a call when it really wasn't that serious? You could have still used that timeout, but it didn't look like he believed in his defense. Kyler Murray played well. 5 attempts, 34 yards rushing, 7 for 24, 241 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Like I said last week, he just looks more sure of himself now. He looks more sure of himself. Now, these are just my initial reactions of the game and whatnot. He got a running game. He got a running game. They just got Kenyon Drake from the Dolphins. And he ran for 15 attempts. I'm sorry, yeah. 15 attempts, 110 yards, and a touchdown. So he got a running game, which led into the play action, which allowed him to put the ball out well. And quick sidebar, he does a really good job of not taking hits. Like, he does a phenomenal job of not taking hits. Like, I've never seen nobody not take hits as well as he doesn't take hits. But he's starting to look like an NFL quarterback, and I'm starting to see why they traded Josh Rosen to get him. So he's playing well. Doesn't have a lot of talent. He doesn't have a lot of talent around him. He has Larry Fitz, and that's really it. So just for my initial reactions, he played well. He played well enough to win. He led that charge. Coming back, a huge play from one of his wide receivers who just took it and just ran up the field, made a huge play, big momentum turn, got the crowd roaring and everything, and his defense just wasn't able to get off the field in a questionable coaching decision. So he played well. I think that's pretty much it. That's Thursday Night Football. Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray. Oh, I keep forgetting his name. Kyler Murray played decent. That's it, y'all. So we got Monday Night Football. Dallas versus the Giants. So I'm kind of skipping around because it's a divisional matchup. So you know how divisional matchups are. So we have a divisional matchup. It was highly contested at the beginning, but then Dallas asserted their dominance. So let me backtrack. So sidebar, this has nothing to do with the series, but I didn't know Daniel Jones was that athletic. That was very new to me. I thought he was Eli. I thought he was Stoke. But yeah, let's get back to our guy. So Dak Prescott, he played well. He had his running. He had the running game. I remember a couple weeks ago when they was flying high and they was 3-0. I think I said Dak and Zeke got the mojo flowing. Now I don't know if they didn't necessarily ain't got the mojo flowing, but they had good synergy today, and it really didn't click until the fourth quarter when they really squeezed on them. So it was 15-16 for the longest, right? And 15-16 for the longest. And so Dallas gets a stop, scores, gets I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired. Giants, the Giants end up getting field goals, which will hurt them in the beginning, which is what hurt them in not even making it close towards the end. So, like I said, Zeke and Dak had the mojo flowing. Zeke had 23 attempts for 139 yards, and Dak was 22-35, 257, 3 TDs and an interception. And the interception was early. It was on the first pass of the game. I don't know what Dak was looking at, but it didn't really have that big of an effect on the game. Well, I guess you could say it had a big of an effect, but in the overall, it was the first play of the game, so I really don't say that really told the game like that. So, but from watching the game, Dak had some really nice throws, and I don't compliment Dak like that, but Dak had some really nice throws where he put it right on the money and had his receivers run after the catch. Like, this is the most run after catch yards I'm sure they've probably had all season, but just based off the way Dak threw the ball. He's playing against the Giants. That's what you're supposed to do if you're an elite $40 million quarterback, and that's what Dak is trying to do. So, overall, it was a good game. It was a good game by Dallas. They could have played better. It was a good game. Nothing to really call about. One team was extremely talented. The other team wasn't really talented. And that's the result you expect from those type of games. But in divisional games, you never know. So never know. So that's this week. We had a game on Thursday and we had a game on Monday. So I'm gonna try to start cranking out 3 videos on the channel. Not all Black Quarterback Series related, but 2 of the 3 will be Black Quarterback Series related. We'll have a stuff video. Then, of course, we'll have the regular series. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't know when either one of the next videos that I'm going to put out are coming. But hopefully enjoying the series because I'm enjoying cranking these bad boys out. So, y'all have a good day. I will see y'all next Tuesday. Black Quarterback.